Welcome to Snowmobile Sessions Live on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms. We're the #1 destination to learn about snowmobiling, network with other sledders, and have an awesome time doing it. We'll meet other snowmobilers that share your passion and show your fan photos along the way. Snowmobile Sessions Live. Enjoy the ride.
It's a journey for life and I'm your ride. Hang on.
This episode of Snowmobile Sessions Live is brought to you by our friends at Energy Power Sports. They're Oakville's full-line BRP dealer with sales and service to all BRP models and so much more. They've got a YouTube channel, so just search Energy Power Sports on YouTube, click that like button, click that subscribe button, check them out, and make sure you hit them up at energypowersports.ca. They're still in winter, but they're gearing up for summer, so if you're looking for any watercraft or summer fun vehicles, make sure you go check them out and get in line so you miss all the delays and lineups they had last year on all the orders. So we make sure you get you on the water and have some fun or something like that. It's also brought to you by Fast Track Snowmobile Traction. So rubber tracks, there's one thing that will never do, and it won't penetrate ice. And that's where Fast Track Snowmobile Traction can help you out. They have a patented stud pattern, backers, studs, and it's a great system. I put it on my sled and I'm still amazed with it. We rode a lot on the weekend and it's just unbelievable. Way better than my Woodies I had on there. So listen, it's a Snowmobile Sessions exclusive offer. If you go to fasttrack.co, there's no K in track, fasttrac.co, use that, put that toolkit in your cart, use a coupon code SNOW, S-N-O-W, that coupon. The toolkit's absolutely free. We're going to hear more from our friends at Fast Track when we start the fan photos. It's also brought to you by one more thing here. It's a new feature here that we got. Where is it? Right here. Enjoy the ride. Brought to you by these local clubs. We got the Southern Tug Hill Snow Riders. Remember Chris from last week? What a fun show. And our friends at Blue Mountain Snow Drifters up in Collingwood. If you want your club featured on this little show board, then just hit me up and I'll tell you how to make it happen. And we'll also do a feature on each one of these as the weeks progress. Anyway, let's get right to it. Welcome aboard, Mark MAYER.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. No problem. So you're in Old Forge area.
Western Adirondacks.
Yeah, nice. So tell us a bit about, we can just do a 5-minute or whatever elevator speech just to spiel on what Big Moose Inn and Old Forge snowmobiling means to you and what it's all about and your involvement in it.
So quick background on myself and the inn. Obviously, my wife and I bought the inn 12 years ago, back in 2010, took over. We moved up from Florida. Not that we were Floridians, but we've been in the hospitality industry all our lives. And we were looking to get out of the rat race and found this gem up in the Adirondacks and never looked back. So we came up here in February of 2010 to take a peek at it before we made an offer on it, and saw the snow, fell in love with it, fell in love with the bar, the area. And prior to that, I had no idea what snowmobiling was about. We became avid snowmobilers shortly thereafter. The area is great for raising a family, for winter and summer sports, but winter obviously is our favorite. We ride on about 120. There's 120 miles of trail that's maintained by the Old Forge Trail Maintenance for our trails that connect to several other in the area. So there's a lot of riding to be had out here.
Right on. Yeah, it's a beautiful area, man. But like you said, for summer and winter, been there both times. It's really nice. Not winter, summer, I should say, but I'm looking forward to going down there in the winter. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, it should be neat. Let's see who's in the chat here. We have Jay Flylow. He says hello everyone. Cliff Nelson, Tony Cat. I heard Tony Cap's doing really well and he got his new sled, so that's awesome. Corey Brock, he's in the house. Of course he is. We had fun with him on the weekend. No pictures though. These buggers didn't send me any pictures. And Mark Bowe was with us too. Like, good Lord. I think Mark Bow is still out there trying to find his way home, actually. So, we took off as soon as he won the pink slip on my sled. I had to take off. We lost him. Pro Polaris Robbie says, what's everyone? What's up, everyone? Michigan Outlaws. Of course, they're in the house. Renegade X. Yeah, he doesn't stray too far from Pro Polaris. Corey Brock. Oh, yeah, I said that. Sled Addicts. He says, hey, everyone. Cliff Nelson. I said that already. I seen Anthony Palermo from Windsor is there. What else we got? Uncle Buck and Mrs. Uncle Buck, J Fly, Little Dominator, Mike Goolies, of course he's there. I don't miss him. Snowstorm, he's there. Slowby. Who else? Oh yeah, Bruce Stewart. He was up there. Moose is there. Noah Monge. He says Brap. Yeah, it's all out there. So yeah.
Nice.
Bruce Stewart was just up to the Big Moose in the last 2 weeks. You know Bruce?
Yeah? Right on.
Yeah, do you know Bruce Stewart, Mark?
Name sounds familiar.
Next time you're in, Bruce, you make sure you say hi to Mark. Maybe he'll let you take a picture with him.
There you go.
And what else we have there? Shout out, Jamie Miller says, shout out to Mark and the Big Moose Inn. Nice.
Jamie and Michelle were in the other night.
Yeah, right on. How so the inn? How big is it? Like, how many rooms do you have, or is it a big deal or a small deal?
So, quick history on the inn. It was built in 1903. Obviously, it was built back then as a hunting camp for hunters. It has gone through several renovations. We currently have 16 rooms in the lodge. Up until recently, we did have a full-service restaurant and bar. That was accompanied the lodging. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances and the current pandemic, we're kind of short-staffed, so we're kind of making our way through the wintertime with a very short menu. But we still have bar service, so people can come in, warm up, grab a hot beverage or a cold one, whichever your preference is. But yeah. We do rent rooms throughout the season. Actually, some of them are even rented seasonally. So out of the 16 rooms, we actually have 11 rooms that are occupied for the entire season. They stay here. It's like a big family. Now, over the years, we've had quite a few that will stay here the entire winter season, just right out of here.
Right on.
Right on.
Very nice. And the trail, I guess, goes right through your place, does it? I've seen some pictures actually people sent in.
It's just down the road, so we have trail access, just not even an eighth mile down the road into the town of Webb Trail system. And when conditions are great, you can ride the road to other areas as well. But people it's a destination for this area when snowmobiling.
Nice. And what is about Old Forge? Do you get the snow like Tug Hill gets? Like Tug Hill's kind of renowned to be in that snow belt. Is that kind of the same way as Old Forge?
Well, we do get some of that lake effect. The winters recently have been a little sparse, but enough to maintain trails and have good riding conditions. Right now, we could still use at least another foot of snow to make things really, really, really nice. Riding right now is fair, but it is a very well-traveled area when it comes to snowmobiling. It is according to the town, it is the snowmobile capital of the East. We do get a lot of traffic here.
Nice. And now one of the comments that Chris made, and it wasn't a negative comment by any means, but he said that Tug Hill, or if Old Forge does things a little differently as far as the way your network goes. So someone coming from, say, Ontario or Canada, or even out of your area, and they want to ride Old Forge, what's involved in that?
So one of the things that's different about the Old Forge trail system is that it does require a separate permit. It's the only place in New York State that does require a separate permit. But that is because it is also maintained by the town. So that permit can be purchased here in the area, either in any of the town centers, information centers. You can also purchase them online ahead of time. There's also a weekly pass that people can get here in person. And if you like the area, you can upgrade that into a seasonal pass. Seasonal passes will run $100 per sled. And if you buy it pre-season or at the end of the season, it's $85. So it's a little bit cheaper.
That's
but
not bad
like
at all.
any other place in New York, if you come, no, it's not bad at all.
No.
You do get people who complain about the additional price for it, but then again, $100 in this sport is a drop in the bucket
Isn't that
for
the truth,
sure.
eh?
to ride the entire season.
Yeah, for sure. They complain about that, but then they'll bring in everything hauled in the back of a gas guzzling truck, and like
Isn't that the truth, eh?
Oh yeah. The
But-
$17,000 sled, the $60,000
Yeah.
truck, the
can't put $100 into a
$50,000
permit.
trailer.
How many miles of trails
But,
are there then in Old Forge? Sorry if you said it already, but
So it's about 120 miles. That's within
good.
the trail system that the trail maintenance department maintains. There are 2 full-time employees at the trail, Groomer barn, and there are 11 seasonal employees. They have 5 groomers that they run from sunup to midnight or a little bit after or before, depending on how the conditions are. And they're very well maintained.
nice.
That's good. That's pretty good. That's half decent. Like that's way bigger than Halibut Forest, Gary. That's pretty cool. That's good.
Oh yeah, and you know what? There's from what I've seen in videos, like Pasty Boys videos and stuff. It looks like there's a lot of little loops you can do, and not do the same trail twice, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Would you say it's mostly
Yeah,
fire
and-
roads or road allowances that you're on, or is it actually bush trails?
No, they're it's not seasonal roads at all. They are definitely in the woods. Some of them are part of a larger mountain biking trail that they have in the summer, but a lot of it is on privately owned paper company land that the town leases, and a lot of those are where they go in for logging and such. But it's closed to the public in the summertime, so you get into places here that you wouldn't ever be able to get into otherwise unless you're on the sled.
Nice.
Very on.
That's kind of cool. Well, you want to have a look at some fan photos with us, Mark?
Sure, not a problem. Yeah, I'd love
Yeah,
to.
well, let's do that. And we're going to get to your fan photos as well. I'm just going to cue them up here, and then we'll keep the show going, right? Fan photos are brought to you by Fast Track Snowmobile Traction Products.
Slides with us tonight, night. Don't let them go to waste. One moment, one shot.
Check out fasttrack.co. Yeah, and don't forget to get that free toolkit because you need it when you're putting the studs in, and it's awesome. Did you put your studs on, Rich?
No, I got them for the cat, and the cat ain't in yet.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm running that ice storm the ice gripper ice storm.
Ice
and,
Ripper. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's fun. A lot of fun in the corners, but yeah, I'll be studying that after for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's kind of cool. Listen, before we get too far in, I've got a little special announcement. Speaking of inns and cabins and stuff, but here, just let me cue this up, and I want to tell you something. I was working on something last, so I think it started in November because Rich, you and I talked about it when we were at the Peterborough Sledorama or Seldorama, if you follow their Facebook. And then, I started talking about doing something with the group and getting the guys together that wanted to ride. And then COVID kind of shut Canada down or Ontario down again in end of December. So I didn't really pursue it because I knew that with Omicron around up here that nothing was going to happen. So last week we actually had some better news in Ontario, and they're starting to re-release this and letting the leashes get a bit longer. And so we kind of fired this thing back up again. So let me just show you guys what we're doing here. So I know you like beer, or most of you like beer, and you like spas. Well, I'm going to show you guys the world's largest beer spa. And this is in Muskoka. It's Clear Lake Brewing's Muskoka Beer Spa. So here's the deal. This is not a group ride. This is not a Snowmobile Sessions sanctioned event. We just happen to be riding. And if at this place. And if you're there and you want to hang out, then by all means. So don't drink and ride. Stay home if that's your thing. I want to make that really clear. All right. Speaking of Clear Lake Brewing and the Muskoka Beer Spot just happened to have 4 3-bedroom cabins available February 21st and 22nd. So that's the Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday kind of thing, Monday and Tuesday nights of just tailing after that family day weekend. So the cabins have a beer tap in them just in case you're getting a little bit peckish.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So with 4 adults, it's our deal is $99 per person per night. With 5 or 6, it's going to drop down to $89 a night. Again, these are 3-bedroom cabins. This is a discount off their current rates. So you have to call them or email them to book, and the online system won't let them do it because there's a couple other deals here. It's based on adult occupancy. The more adults in the cabin, the less per person it's going to be. And as soon as there's 4 adults in this cabin, they provide a complimentary keg for that cabin.
That's awesome.
Again, don't drink and ride. Stay home if that's your thing. I want to make that clear. Speaking of Clear Lake Brewing, they're also going to include a $25 gift card. It's good for food, drink, or swag per adult per night. Okay. Then Snowmobile Sessions will broadcast live from the beer spa on Monday night. And if we book all the cabins, they're going to give us free live entertainment on Tuesday night. And no Corey Brock, it's not fannies. Bring your sled. So bring your sleds and ride because the trail's easy access from the cabins. And again, what did I say? Don't drink and ride. Stay home if that's your thing. Want to make that clear. Okay. Don't drink and drive. If you need a family cabin for minors or whatever, like Drew Porter, then please let them know on booking. And the best part is the COVID cancellation applies on this. So full deposit refunded if it's canceled 24 hours before. Okay. So if the trails don't open, it's going to be a shitty weekend. It pours rain and you want out, then you just give them a call within 24 hours and you're off the hook. So this is a discount off the current rates. So you'll have to call and email to book it because the online system is not going to do it. And if they ask you for a code word, the code word is bribe, not bride, bribe. So call Melissa Whittle at 705-571-1814. This isn't a Whittle deal. This is a big deal. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that is awesome, buddy.
Bring your skates.
That sucks though, man. I'm not going to be able to with you there, buddy.
I told you what we were doing. And
you didn't tell me the date until today.
Well, I know. Well, today is when it all happened.
Yeah.
You know how I work.
Oh, shit.
You know how I work, but whatever.
No, it'll be good, man. It'll be good fun though. There'll be lots of guys
next year. Next year when there's no COVID.
Yeah.
We'll get her going.
It'll be good times. Good time. That's awesome, man. That's a great deal. That should be good fun.
It's a really good deal. So it should be great. So started out with 7 cabins, and before I knew it, I had 4. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I think they're going to sell out. So if you're on the fence, get it booked right away and get her going. So it's going to be fun. And in the corner of that flyer, it says Gary's buying. Bobby O says, what about drinking and skating? That's okay.
Yeah, you could do that.
Maybe Corey Brock. Could Wayne Gretzky maybe make an appearance that night?
Oh,
I don't think he would. He was on the ice and we were up in Kirkland Lake, and it wasn't a good show. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
I was awesome though.
Yeah, right on.
Are you a beer guy, Mark, or a liquor guy? What's your beer? There you go. Yeah. What kind of beer do you like?
Cheers.
What's your fancy of beer?
My fancy beer. I tend to gravitate to the IPAs and crafts, but I love a good lager here and there.
That's like I am too. I like the IPAs.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. So maybe there'll be some ballistic beer there.
That's awesome though, man. You got a keg in your room. That's cool.
Ooh,
that's cool.
It's nuts.
Should be good fun, buddy.
Yeah. We're gonna be behaved though. We're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be the Utica Club. We're going to be behaved. So
Oh, yeah.
that's good to them. I really appreciate that. That was awesome. They've
Yeah, for
been
sure.
dynamite from the day one that we talked to them. And I don't even know how they ended up. They might have reached out to me or something. I don't know how I ended up getting on their radar, but
Right on.
glad they did. And it's, you know what? It's a crazy time, and it's almost a bad time being on that weekend because people with their families. But I'm hoping you go up Monday, you'll get some riding in.
Yep.
You get a good night Monday night. Tuesday, you get some good riding. Tuesday night, hopefully, we'll get some fun times. Even if there isn't a band, there'll be entertainment. There's fire pits. There's everything. So
Right on.
it's gonna be freaking awesome. We'll get Slowbie up, and he'll have some fun.
That's good, man.
Yeah. So anyway, but let's start the fan photos after all that.
Yeah,
So
let's
if you
do
have
that,
any.
buddy.
If you have any questions, just email me on it. We'll get it. Ghoulies is in.
We're
There you
asking
go.
here too. We'll
for
answer
sure.
in here too.
Yep, for sure. Hey, listen, you know what? This is no picture, but I don't even know who sent this in. I apologize. Good evening. Just watching Snowmobile Sessions late. I just purchased some fast track snow studs for my Atigra 7000. Tried riding it without studs, and the rear end is all over the place. Thanks to Terry at Fast Track. He worked out a deal for me.
Nice.
Contact Fast Track, Terry or Chris. They'll be great with you. Mm-hmm. So can't go wrong. I love sharing that. If you guys have any compliments about anything, energy, Fast Track, anything like that, by all means, let us know, and we'll make sure we share the love, because they love the appreciation on it too.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So remember last week we had Kyle Jerbaka. Sorry if I bastardized that name, Kyle. But Kyle sent he tried to send me in some pictures, but none of them turned out. So I got more pictures this week, and he says, listen to this, Rich. This is why I love Kyle. He says, hopefully these photos may go through this time for tomorrow night show. He said this yesterday.
Oh, he was ahead of the game.
Not today at 12:35 or 4 p.m. or whatever. I got to hand it to Mark. He sent his in early too, and that's unusual as well. So, but this is, I think, what Odie's getting, right? A little 650.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. He says, finally get out Saturday and put the first 100 miles on the 650. He loves the power and the ride in Poland, Maine.
That's a nice sled. I like that color combo.
Oh, it's
Wicked.
neat, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're talking about the yellow one here beside it, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking. It's a 600 R2. That's I'd like to know
TNT. Nice.
Yeah. How do they compare to each other? Is there no comparison? Like, what's your honest opinion on that, Kyle? If you're in the chat and watching, and let us know. But yeah, both those sleds are nice.
Yep. Wicked colors.
They almost match each other. That's cool. Now, he didn't say who he's with. I don't know whether that's his better half or just a friend or what's going on. So we'll see about that. So speaking of 650s, here's Odie, the sled and car guy. He says, still no Polaris switchback. So he had to scratch the itch on it with a 99 ZL Arctic Cat. He went with a good friend from work and his wife. Great people. They both ride Polaris Classics. One is a 600 and the other is a 500. Not sure what year, but it didn't matter. We had a blast. That's pretty cool.
On. Yeah, that's cool, man. Right on.
That's the one I got. I traded a Polaris 500 Classic for a sled trailer, open sled trailer a few years ago. And it was just like that.
There's some oldies.
That's the one that had the hockey sticks under the tunnel for the
for the tunnel protectors. Yeah, that's hilarious. I've seen that before.
Yeah. There's hopefully he gets a sled soon. I want to ride with him.
Yeah, he should be getting it soon.
Yeah, Drew was just asking me if he had it yet and when we're getting up there and stuff. So, and there's a couple other pictures there of him. But nice iron. Did they? I wonder if they had the hood up at all when they were riding with Odie. Like Odie's got it. Odie's got to put it here. What's the email for fan photos? Here, I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's fanphoto@mudbrats.com. So here, let me put this up on the screen here. There we go. Right at the top. Can't miss it. And you got to get them in by noon on Monday, or I might not show them. Don't.
No, you won't.
Don't send them in at 4:45 and say, Gary, can I get them in like Kirk Hastings did? Because I might not do it. So I just happened to be at the computer and I got his in. So we'll do it. So this is Neil.
Nice.
Who is it? Look at the name. Neil Owen.
Neil. Oh, it's Neil. Right on. Right on. Perfect.
He says it's 12:23 my time. LOL. This was around Newton today. 860 kilometers, and both guys are loving their new machines.
Nice, right
Yeah,
on.
that's great.
Nice.
Mox,
Yeah, he says he loves it, man. He really loves that sled. So that's good. I'm happy for him. That's awesome, Neil.
Mox Z and a Lynx.
Yeah, that's great.
But have you seen, like you did a pretty big ride with the Addicts on the weekend, right?
Yeah, we did 300K. It was good, man. Yeah.
Besides the mock in your group, did you see any Lynxes or mocks?
No. Mike's was the only mock I seen, unless they seen one. I didn't see one, and I
it
didn't
was
see any
way
Lynx
behind.
either.
It was way behind you too, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the lake we had some good fun there lining up, man. That was fun.
Oh, that's
but we
cool.
saw a ton of sleds, man. Like a ton of I'm not kidding you. We probably passed 100 sleds going down the E108 pack, going from Port Perry into the Long Sault. And a lot of mixture of a lot of older sleds down this way, like a lot of people that don't get up in trailer, so they're out. They're like, we got snow, so we're going to get out. So there was a lot of older sleds on the trails this weekend.
Yeah. We seen one Lynx, and I think we seen a Mach Z. I can't remember, but for sure we only seen one Lynx. It looked odd on the trail to me. Because I guess you just don't see them, right? So,
no, they're wicked looking. I love the looks of them, man.
Yeah, they're neat.
They're wild looking. I like that. That's color. Yeah. We'll start seeing more now that they're getting delivered, right? Bobby got his and Neil got his, so that's good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome,
Brooks Campion got his. And who else got theirs? There's a ton of them arrived this week.
Yeah, no, it's good.
That's good. For sure. And look at the trails. Neil sent me a picture up to tantalize us.
Just beautiful.
Isn't that nice? They look like they're set up nice. Perfect.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this weekend, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Canuck Power Sports is hooked.
Oh, there's Ryan.
Yeah. He says, when hunting season's over and you still need to spend time in a tree stand, love the show, and we'll catch you on the trails soon, fellas. Nice. Cheers. Yeah. When I get up.
That's Colt sled now.
Is it really? Right on.
Yeah. Colty's in the midst of fixing some things and replacing some things on it. That's going to be his long tour sled. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. The Colt, the Polaris ambassador.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be his long 4-stroke sled, because this XCR is not in yet, right? So
that's
when
right.
his XCR comes in, he'll ride his XCR, obviously, but that's his backup sled. So
that's cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
And then this is this one here. I thought I seen on the weekend, but look at the pipe on that thing.
Holy crap! Oh yeah, you know what? I seen that. Where did I see that?
I seen one on the weekend like that. I don't know. They must be coming out. Maybe MBRP or whoever makes that can.
They must be, man. Someone must be doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I seen one. I thought, good God, I seen this guy this weekend, or maybe it was last weekend. I don't know. But he says, "Hey, Gary and Rich, here's some pics of the Yamaha crowd." For the Yamaha crowd of my 2007 Yamaha TAC GT. Tell Rich the Ice Ripper track is great for a non-turbo sled. I'm riding the Old Forge.
Nice.
There you go.
I did see. I saw a sled like that. Where did I see that? Yeah,
totally.
That's wild. It looks like a muffler off a bike, right?
It does. It's totally, and that's it is a motorcycle engine, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but And then here's one someone sent me to tease you, Rich. Ready?
Oh yeah, it's only SRX. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a 98. Oh, that's an SX. Yeah, that's a SX. So that's the 600 triple.
Are you ever regretting the interview in Peterborough?
Yeah.
I can't believe they keep showing that clip.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Too funny, man. Yeah.
He says, I heard you guys talking about these old beasts and thought you might enjoy it. I may sell it if interested. Yeah, it's missing one letter there to make it something that Rich wants.
Yeah, for sure.
The R.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, that is a 600. That's cool.
Yeah.
Those are bulletproof sleds. I think there's a guy had two of them. Him and his wife rode them around here, and it had like 18,000 K on each of them, and they hadn't had a bolt touched on it.
Nope. No, they're strong motors, man. You throw the triple bender pipes on them; those things were beasts. They were wild. They were just a single pipe.
Bruce Stewart says R.
Yeah, there you go. 6-string Brian.
Yeah,
right on.
And then Jamie Chapton, he didn't send any copy, but he sent us some great pictures.
That's nice. That's cool.
I believe this is Old Forge. Is that right, Mark?
The left one could be on the lakes. We have quite a few lakes you can ride on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a big hill like that too? Probably they all look the same. I think the next one is
the background on the other one.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, that I've seen a few of the XRSs in this color, and I'm telling you, I love it. It's one of my favorite colors of the Skidoos this year.
That is cool, man.
And it's a flat black hood. It's not gloss, Rich.
Oh, it's at the mat. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that is wicked. I haven't seen one like that yet.
I've seen the one guy in Hillsburg Club has one, and he's got a little Speedy Gonzalez sticker on the side panel if you ever see him out there. But nice. And then I seen one last weekend, and I went, good God, like I wasn't sure how that was going to look when you see it on brochures and stuff. Yeah. But it's dynamite on the snow. So is that the Big Moose in there?
No, that'd be right. Yep, the one in the middle is the Big Moose in.
There you go, because he did have the picture name Big Moose. Yeah.
Well, that was from last year, from last winter.
Oh, was it really? If I would have known that, I would have made that one bigger. I'm sorry about that. It wasn't until after I got the pictures and I seen it was, so that's kind of cool. That is so you get a lot of traffic there then, right?
We do. Definitely a lot of traffic here on Big Moose.
Is there moose around your area too? Or are you the Big Moose? Like, what are they?
There is.
Where's the name come
from? The background to that, supposedly back when they were still hunting moose, is that they referred to this area where they shot the big moose, so that it became Big Moose Lake.
Oh, cool.
But there are moose in the area. They have come back. They were at one point not prevalent in the Adirondacks, but they are coming back.
Yeah.
Right on.
Now I just made you big there because your background caught my eye. Is that photos hanging from the ceiling?
Business cards.
Oh, business cards! Really? That's cool. What a neat little
That's
thing.
Been going on. That started in the late '60s, and it was definitely sledder driven.
Wow. But too bad it wasn't the other way, like that one island restaurant in Florida where they have dollar bills on everything, and the walls like that thick with money.
Yeah,
you know what is that called?
Until the IRS comes in and makes you count it all and declare it.
Brutal, huh?
Yeah, probably most of the currency's Canadian or European bills anyway.
Not worth anything.
Then you have to do the exchange and count.
That's it.
That's a good point. I never thought of that, right? Yeah. So Jacob Harney, here's one. He says, shoot. Oh, wait, I won't do that yet. He says, shoot. Yeah, he doesn't get the sound effect because he was late.
Yeah.
He says, shoot, I missed the 12 o'clock mark by 35 minutes. I guess if nothing else, this can be the first set of pictures for next week. My brother Tyler and I took advantage of the minimal snowfall and took out our 2021 razors to the lake. Had a blast drifting around and hanging out by the campfire. Hopefully the snow keeps falling and we can get the sleds out more often. Cheers. Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
There's a campfire picture. I love that shot.
Well, that is cool, man. So
I told Jacob that we were talking about him, about the Outlaws this weekend when we're riding along the trails on the comms. There's side-by-sides going in this trail following a groomer. Mm-hmm. And then everyone's going, is that like a sled trail? Like what's going on there? And it was the ATV club. They actually have their own set of trails up near Collingwood off the sled trail. So it's not even there. Right. And
that's good.
Yeah. And they groom them. They had a big thing pulling a great big skid, like a sled, like the groomers here, sled groomers tow. And yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. Quebec does the same thing. You'll come across an intersection and there'll be an ATV crossing the snowmobile trails. Like they've got their own trails in Quebec too, the ATVs, which is cool. So it keeps them off the sled. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Well, so that's pretty cool. So
right on.
Okay, so this is Michigan Outlaws. This is probably Cam set this. So it's from the Michigan Outlaws. Yeah. So he says, got the toys out for a rip on the lake. That's Jacob's rap. I should have blocked that out. Oh, I can't reach over there. Yeah, for being so late with the photos. But yeah, that's Jake's the sled that's wrapped there. So, and then I thought for a minute they had Odie, the sled and car guy, out with him because look at that picture. You know,
the old, yeah.
And there's that Honda 4-Trax. I love that.
Nice. It's an old, what looks
Can't
like an
wait
old
for that
Wildcat.
video. They must have tore that up that day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that does look like an old cat. 580s, probably like one of those ZRTs or whatever they were, the 580s.
Yeah, it looks like a Wildcat or something. Yeah, that's probably wild. Right on.
Did they make him that small, the Wildcat? In the
580? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice. Right on.
And then Dominator says, I'm part of a group called the Brown Mumblers. They did their 25th ride this last week in Boulder Junction, Wisconsin. Finally, a name you can pronounce. LOL. Yeah, no kidding. Temps dropped to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit Thursday night, and we had a couple fog visor issues, but all in all, a good trip. First two pics are from the Burnt Bridge, where the deer can come right up to the window behind the bar and eat from the feeder. Cool. But he's got some neat pictures here. Like, look at that, the Wolf's Den.
Yeah, so that was a 580 EXT.
EXT, that's it. Yeah. What did I say? ZRT? I think
ZRT, yeah. EXT, ZRT were the triples. They were the big bad boys. But okay. Thanks, Michigan. That's correct.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. You can beat the hell out of those, and they'll keep coming back for more, right? Yeah. So the Brown Mumblers. And then this last page, I just threw a bunch of stuff on. So theirs is minus 19. That's like me. It was minus 20, and he didn't get the picture of it. But we went to minus 40, and I got a picture and a cold start of minus 32.
Nice.
Even though the sled started in minus 40, feels like minus 47. So, and there's a deer. I thought it was fake, but did you see the Burnt Bridge sign, the middle picture right there? Oh, my fingers are extra sensitive. It's right there. So, and it looks like they decorated a hair dryer there with all kinds of stickers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Right on.
Thanks for sending those in, Dominator. It's awesome.
Another links. Going to start seeing more of these.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anybody that bought a Lynx or a Mach Z that doesn't need their trail bag, let me know. I'm looking for one. I'm looking for one. So, speaking of which, hold on.
I wonder how many of those guys they sold. How many did John Luke's snow check? Do you know how many links he snow checked?
Oh, millions of them. I'm not sure how many.
Yeah, I wonder how many he snow checked.
Quite a few. He's number one BRP dealer in Canada. So what does that tell you?
That's awesome, man. Good for him.
He snow checked more Machs and Lynxes than anybody, I think. But
that's cool.
Anyway, so I show up to the ride on Saturday or Sunday, whatever day we went, Saturday. And when I lost my trail bag, I had a bunch of cotton gloves in it and water and stuff. But the one thing I was really bummed about was losing my new hat. I actually bought a BRP hat when I picked my sled up. So it was quite the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Corey shows up, and not only did he bring me a bikini windshield, but he brought me my hat. I love it. So
nice.
that guy stole my bag, and then he just gave me my hat back, and I don't have my bag.
Right on.
So that's the thing. It was like, you found my bag? No, dummy. I bought you the hat.
That's hilarious.
No, he said, here, you need something for your bald head or something.
That's it, man. You got to keep warm in the winter.
Something jokey like that. So I really appreciate it. I was in seventh heaven. I had no idea that he was going to do that. It's so nice. So anyway, that's what friends are for, I guess. Right. Brought a tear to my eye, but yeah, I'm so happy. I wear that hat everywhere. So it's nice to have it back, So yeah, Corey Brock says you're welcome. If you can remember what you told me when you handed it to me, it was kind of funny. But anyway, we'll get to that. Mitch Williams says riding before work tonight on his new Lynx Rave RE, he's American, the Rave RE. It impressed me way more than I thought it would. With just a bit of suspension setup, I think it's going to smother the 19 MXZ XRS 850. I love this sled, Brap, and he gives 3 mountain emojis and a race car emoji. Well, it's like John Luke says, it's Ferrari red. You can't go wrong.
Wicked sleds.
Yeah, so that was him after work. Look at that shop. He's got all kinds of stuff in it.
Oh, he's got lots of sleds, man.
Yeah, lots of sleds. He's got a dirt bike in
Yep.
there. It's awesome. Then MUDBRATS steals my gloves. Oh my God. Yeah. So the glove story. So I bought the same pair of gloves that Corey has, mine are XL. So up north, for some reason in Kirkland Lake, I ended up with his gloves. Like when I went in the room there, I set my gloves down, all my shit, and then just to shoot the shit. And I come out to go back to my room. I just grabbed a pair of gloves and went back and went, oh, those aren't mine. It doesn't have the clip to attach them and they won't fit my big hands. So I switched them. We switched gloves then. And then on the weekend, I don't know what happened. I come home and I go, Corey, I got your gloves. And then I come downstairs and I had my gloves. So I ended up with 2 pairs of gloves. Bugger.
That's too funny.
So I don't know where I picked them up or how they ended up in my truck, but I ended up with 2 pairs of gloves. So they're on Kijiji right now for $50. They're good Ski-Doo gloves. I don't think they've been worn that much, maybe one season. So we'll get to that. And then Kirk Hastings says Shane, his buddy's happy to not have slide rail suspension last week. This is in Costa Rica.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. It's funny how something like that made it all the way down there. Had to have been a Canadian guy opening the bar or something.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I wonder how many people go there and wonder what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
What is that? They'd have no idea how much fun it is. You know? But that's how we roll. So, yeah. And now we're on to the big moose in Mark Mayer.
Right on.
It's your time to shine now, buddy. Yeah.
Sounds like
I don't know what order I've got these in. I just took all the photos and stuck them in the folder here. So we got it here.
So these are these are a couple of pictures that I added in there that are vintage. This is back in the early 80s, I guess.
I was going to say 80s. That's awesome.
The Inn's been a snowmobiling destination since the infancy of the sport. The previous owners that had it before us had it for about 30 plus years, and they were huge, hugely involved in bringing the sport to the area. Back then, riding from Old Forge to the Big Moose Inn was a full day excursion. Nowadays, it's quick ride, 35, 40 minutes at that. But they were really integral to bringing the snowmobiling community up here. It was it still is just a great place to be, to bring a family and ride in this area. We have a great time up here.
Right on. Now that paper company, like, what's the involvement in that? Did you guys approach them? Were they already somewhat into the snowmobiling world before it became, an official trail network?
The town approached I believe the town approached the paper company and leasing the land in the off season or in the winter season to put snowmobile trails in there, and that then just took off. The nice thing about the Old Forge trail system, it connects to so many other systems in the area that you can do large loops. You can get over to Tug Hill, you can get up to Indian Lake and Blue Mountain Lake, and down south up here to Pasico and other areas, especially when there's good snow.
Nice. I like these.
Oh,
is that a Ski-Doo SP on the left? Do you know what these are? Those are awesome.
Yeah.
They're the 80s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those are definitely 80s.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at the. I think Rich Hupp had that snowsuit.
The Hazleys, those are their sleds. They're currently seasonal renters of ours. They continue to ride up here. But that's when they were kids. Now they're in their 30s.
Right on.
That's funny. Did you have that snowsuit, Rich? See the little ring?
I did, man. I did.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Look at that shot.
Oh, that is wicked.
So what mountain range is that, or what hill range is that?
It's all in the Adirondack Mountains. We don't actually have ranges. That is, I believe, right off of Fourth Lake.
Great. So how much lake riding is there? Is there a lot of, like, is it lake, little bit of trail, a lot of lake, little bit of trail, or is it a good mix?
There's quite a bit of lakes that can be ridden. Of course, they don't they're not part of the trail system. And like on your last podcast where you talked to Southern Tuck Hill, New York State will not fund any trail that leads to a lake, that section of it, because for liability purposes. But there is definitely lake riding to be had. It connects a lot of the trail systems, especially like here on Big Moose Lake. We used to have drag races on the lake. We do vintage shows on the lake. I believe I've included some of those pictures as well. So we'll get to that when you get to those pictures.
Now, is there on the trail part? What's the speed limit, or is there a speed limit or anything like that?
Yeah, New York State is 55, unless otherwise posted, and then it's usually less than.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sammy Hager says, "I can't drive 55."
Monster. Look at this old cat.
Yeah. That's a dude. That's a Rev XP.
That's a BRP.
That's a Rev XP. Yeah. It's like Roscoe.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Same color.
I'm sharing some of these pictures from my Snowmobile Trail Conditions page that I run. These are some of the pictures from some of the members that I thought would show nicely. And that's how I really got into the sport and became more involved. Is I run a Facebook group that is Snowmobile Trail Conditions for the area, and I have 22,500 followers on it right now.
Nice.
Excellent.
Tony Katz asking, are you going to bring back the Big Moose drags?
We've talked about it. The biggest issue about bringing the drag races back was they were getting really really popular, and there were a lot of people coming out. There were times where we had over 1,000 people out on the lake. It's an event. It has to be sanctioned. It has to have a permit. You have to have insurance. You have to have security. You have to have the manpower to do it. So, we would love to see the drags come back. We just got to find organizers that are willing to do it and follow through with it. That's the biggest issue.
Okay, there you go, Tony.
That and plowing the drag strip.
Like Gord Scott sorted out.
You have a couple of pictures, and we'll get to when it comes to plowing drag strips.
Oh yeah, right on. No, people were commenting on the speed limits, and someone said none on the lakes. And Brewster said, why wide throttle F open? And I said, hold the bar and let your God sort it out. That was that's a Hastings comment. I use that all the time. No, who said that? That was the Arctic Cat guy. Yeah. David McClure.
McClure, yeah. That's awesome.
I use that all the time.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh crap, I gotta plug my computer in. Hang on.
Uh-oh. That's so funny. So here we go. Is this on the lake there? Or?
Yes, it is. This picture is courtesy of JJ Outlaw Photography. He did pictures for that year, and
right on.
That was a great event.
I was forgetting something here.
Right on.
Trucks and trailers parked on the lake, drag strips, plowed. Had a great time.
Yeah, looks like good fun.
Yeah, that is great. So that's something that you'd gladly do again if you can find someone to take it over.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing is having the manpower and the people to actually put it on and organize it.
Tony Kat's not doing much right now. Do you need hands to organize something like that? Or,
Yeah, he's out of commission for the rest of the season.
Just a few,
unfortunately.
Just a few.
Yep.
So Tony Kat's Facebook, he posted a picture of his new Polaris, and someone said, "You got a new snowmobile and you got two broken hands." And then I just replied to that person. I don't know who it was. I just said #too soon.
yeah.
I know.
And the drag races on the lake have been going on for decades, and in the beginning it was run what you brung. It was never really organized. People were out there just drag racing, and once social media got involved and it started getting organized, and there was a lot of people showing up, then it got the attention of the local authorities and such. And not that they were against it, but they wanted to make sure it was safe and above bar.
Yeah. Well, that's thing. Once you start getting modified sleds, they're pretty. You can get 300 horsepower, no problem, flying down a lake, and with people standing near the sides, it doesn't take much to have a problem, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, but no, all fun. I drag raced on the weekend. Well, my son started, and I Roscoe got spanked by a Blizzard 600R. Roscoe bogged. I don't know what's going on. We should have done the race last year because something happened over the summer. I don't know. She ran like shit. But anyway, I got beat fair and square. So Mark Bowe's got a brand new to him 2009 sled. So this picture is awesome, Mark. What year do you think this is?
54, 55. This is pre-snowmobile times, but yeah, they were coming up here in the winter in the 50s still.
That's cool.
That's
look at the clothes and stuff. I love these old pictures, right? And I mean, look at the snow. Do you know what month that would have been taken? Like, is that a lot of snow or is that typical or?
I'm not quite sure. One of the
it's June.
Gave me a bunch of their old. Yes, June. That was August.
Back in the 50s, we used to have a 6-month winter.
Labor Day.
Yeah, that's right.
Labor Day weekend.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Labor
before the ozone started failing and CO2, right? And
it's because it's because of that girl's hairspray there. Yeah, that was the last photo they took because after the flash went off and the big fireball came,
melted everything.
So
that's too funny.
That sign's cool too. It's a classic. The big moose in.
That is.
Yeah, and there we go. This was last weekend. There's Mark's car back there on the left.
That's it. That's awesome.
So that one actually has a date on it. That's March of 55.
There you go. That's cool. Oh, it is too. Nice. So do you have a good like a photo album there at the Moose Inn that people can flip through and have a look at? Reminisce?
We have some vintage photos. I actually have copies of them on the bar table so people can take a look at them. Some of them are framed on the walls. It's always good to have a nice.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. So March 55.
Memories.
Yep. Yeah. That's cool.
The band's been here since 1903.
Oh,
really?
Cool. Yeah. Before Jesus was a cowboy.
Yeah, that's right. There's some hanging skis.
Another shot from the drag races.
Look at that! Look at the suspension collapse on that.
Just flat. Yeah,
it's like he's got that just a hook up, right?
Yeah. That's what Mark Bowe looked like when he was I don't know what he put in that Blizzard, but that's the way it looked. Yeah, I think he did the 850 swap over the summer. I'm gonna watch his channel.
Yeah,
he's got Mark Bowe here gonna do a 850 in my Blizzard. Yeah, that's what he did. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
He's not in the chat, I take it, tonight. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. There's the track there, nicely cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a sight to see.
How long was that? Was that like a quarter mile or was it not quite a quarter mile?
So the drags were 600, 660, I believe.
660, yeah. Nice. It's perfect.
But it was probably about a quarter mile long. And that's the end on an average day when the snow's there.
That's wicked. That's wild.
It's a huge place, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I was gonna say. So how many? Forgive me, Mark. You might have said this. How many rooms is in this? You did say at the beginning.
16. We do have 16. We have 16 rooms.
Okay, right on. And is there separate cabins as well, or just the inn?
We have 2 cabins that we built a couple of years ago that we rent out for the entire winter season, and we manage a handful of other ones as well.
Okay, right on. That's good.
That's good. Nice. And that's not too long ago, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Is there a banquet hall there? Like if you wanted to go down there and get married or anything like that?
So we've done weddings, rehearsal dinners, that kind of thing. We can then take up to about 100 people for events like that.
Sweet.
So Tuesday riding day, that's our day. So little history here about how we ride and my family. We ride on Tuesdays because it's busy here on the weekend. We have the inn to run, obviously, and the restaurant and the bar. Tuesdays just made sense for us. Of course, after a weekend of everybody beating up the trails, they'll give the groomers Monday to clean up the trails, and on Tuesday it's mint. So we go out we put the kids on the school bus in the morning. My wife and I will go out to ride, find a place for lunch, and make sure that we're back before the school bus brings the kids back. Then we suit them up and ride out to dinner together. So
that's
every week.
cool.
Every week I put out at least the Tuesday trail report. Sometimes it's Wednesday, sometimes it's Thursdays. I don't really get out on the weekends because we're busy. But that's how this all started, is giving trail reports so people know what the conditions are like up here, whether it's worth coming up to ride. And that's how I got so many followers.
Right on. How long does it take the groomer to do the entire system usually?
Well,
15 minutes.
They have 15 minutes. They'll do it twice in about a half an hour. They have five groomers, and
that's a good amount of groomers. That's good.
Yeah, they have.
Do they really
machines.
have 5? Nice.
Yeah. And they groom when they can. Like I said, from sun up to midnight or thereafter, or a little bit before, depending on the conditions. And they
are they town employees, or are they town hired?
Yes.
Right on.
Nice.
Looks like Gary's Trails just opened. That's awesome. Did they? Okay, I'm going to shut the show down now. I'm going riding.
Don't blame me.
No, that's fine. They'll be there tomorrow morning for me. So
every once in a while,
there's another
people who want to ride along with us on our Tuesday ride. So we'll take them along and hit some of the local establishments. There's about around the Old Fort system. There's 30 to 35 restaurants and places to stop.
That's cool. Look at this. What's the story with the airplane?
So that's the wigwam. It's down a little bit further south of us. It's not part of the Town of Webb Trail system, but like I said, we connect to a lot of them. And the story behind that was that a plane emergency landed behind the bar in that area back in the day. That's actually a replacement. They actually took the tail section of that airplane, the original tail section, and had it up there on the bar for a while until they replaced it a couple of years ago.
That's awesome.
So it crashed and it was in debris, and they took that. They actually had the unit there.
I understand it was an emergency landing. I don't know if it actually, crashed in debris.
What you call a hard landing,
right?
So to speak. Yeah. There's another classic as well. So is that the Big Moose Law Inn right there?
It is. Yep, looking down from the road down towards the lake.
Cool.
Right on.
Wow, that must be gorgeous in the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah, the Adirondacks are nice.
It is.
Snowstorm says the wigwam. Yeah.
Better in winter.
Yeah. Bruce Stewart said old Ford groomers are paid.
They are.
Yeah. It's good. And then here we are. We got another beautiful shot there. That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Look at the snow.
Was that from this year, Mark?
No, that was from last year. Fortunately, our conditions aren't that great yet, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
A lot can change in a week, right?
Fair,
yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. There's a great shot. That's Canuck Power Sports. He was down there.
Right on. That is nice.
Nick Buchanan says it's a landmark to ride on the ride in Old Forge. You know you're close when you pass the wigwam.
Yep, if you're coming from the west, you're going to go back right past it.
Yeah,
you can't miss it.
Cool. And this is your lake, is it, or just a lake in Old Forge?
No, this is not. This is, I believe, Stillwater, which is a reservoir.
Nice. Not a track on it. Now, we've seen this bridge in our fan photos before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, but maybe Bruce Stewart sent pictures of that, or I'm not sure who, but
Yeah, it gets
I've seen
photographed a lot. It's one of the it's in the middle of the trail system on Town of Wood.
Yeah.
This is off of,
Tell Mark, Snowstorm says, tell Mark I want a blackened prime rib sandwich. He's hungry right now. Is that what you're famous for, or what?
The Inn is famous for its bracken prime rib sandwich.
Nice.
You had me at
sold
hello.
A lot of them. We sold a lot of them. It's currently on moratorium just because of staffing issue, but we're working out the kinks, hopefully.
Yeah.
So COVID's affected you tremendously in the hospitality world.
It has, like everyone else. It's not just us. It's every restaurant, every facet in the country in terms of staffing. Everybody has shortages and issues. So, like I said, we're all working through it. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Just be glad you don't have to operate in Canada.
Yeah.
You know?
We've lost a lot of good restaurants, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shag Boys, Trail 8 Old Forge, he says. Yeah.
Trail 8, that is correct.
Yeah, so Shag Boys in the house. Pasty Boy got his new
have Yungling. What's Yungling?
That's the
Yingling,
beer, isn't it?
Yingling.
That's
beer.
Cannot get that beer in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have Yingling.
There you go.
There you go. Get going, Bobby O. You can get there before the show ends.
Yeah.
Bobby O. Nick Buchanan says the Inn has it. See?
Nice.
Everybody loves the Inn. There's a nice XRS there. We were just talking about that machine.
Yep.
Look at that. Sunset pictures in the winter are the best.
Yep. No doubt.
They are. There's some great sunset pictures.
And now is that Pete's Peak or whatever it's called? Shag Boys, Shag Boys knows that Pete's Peak or
Pete's Peak? That's one of the scenic outlooks over the Fulton Chain of Lakes here on the trail system.
Yeah, you watch too much YouTube, Pasty Boy YouTube, when you know Pete's Peak just by looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, I love that.
Good. They get the groomer up there. I think I got a picture of it.
Oh, sweet. That'd be cool.
Famous mascot.
The mascot is a groomer called Mascot?
Groomer mascot. No, groomer mascot.
Oh,
Notch,
okay.
Our favorite ride along canine.
Oh, nice. Hopefully that is in
Pete's
here.
Peak.
Yeah. Shag Boys.
Trail 10 is my favorite trail in Old Forge. Leads right to the inn.
Matt B said that. There you go.
Yeah.
It sounds like you got a lot of love out there. I told you, Mark. I was getting emails. I was getting emails all afternoon now. Happy they were to see Mark on the show.
Right on.
So that's good.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem.
Trail 10 is a great trail. It just needs another foot of snow right now.
Yeah, it'll come. It'll come. It's still early yet. Yeah. So I love this picture too. There's a groomer for you, Piston Bully.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know when the dog's in the cab, and we'll zoom in on it.
Oh, there's a good shot.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna zoom in and just. Oh,
now that's up on the hill. That's up on Tug. But this is the Moose Crew. These are the majority of them seasonal renters from us that have been with us for years. And this hangs actually in the bar. They're lovingly known as the Moose Crew.
Nice.
The Moose Crew. We've got a Moose Crew watching as well. Yeah, neat.
That's cool.
That's a good gang. That's your whole resort there. 12 rooms.
12
did
people.
You say?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
If they bring a +1, they're laughing. Love that shot. Good lookout. So you have lots of scenic lookouts in the area.
So we can get to a lot of them. Like I said, it's a great area to start your ride from and get nice loops in.
Now, Gary, what do you see is wrong in this photo? Tell me right now. And you better pick it up, buddy. Like right now. What's wrong with this photo, Gary? What?
What's wrong with the photo? I don't.
Come on.
Oh, I know. It's no LED. It's those
there
brown
you go,
headlights.
buddy. I was just waiting for him. I'm like, what is this showing? Look at that yellow light.
You should have been with us on the weekend when Mark Bow with his brown headlights.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
it's like I always say to people, it's like coming onto them. It's like they're someone with a candle, right? Like that's what those lights throw. A candle light. That's too funny, man.
Yeah, there you go.
B2
Well, I'm
stingers
glad
in there.
I'm glad you're preaching the word.
Oh, it drives me nuts,
the
buddy.
gospel.
It drives me nuts, man. But first thing I see, beautiful picture, by the way.
Yeah,
Just think how nice that would be with white.
With white,
What is it,
yeah.
1,000 lumens.
you could put a Polaris there, even with the night blades, and light that up.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Too funny. That is a beautiful photo, though, man. That is cool. Nice.
Jeez, the if you got off the trail on this one though, you're gonna sink, right?
Well, I don't know how far you'd get in that, right? That looks pretty deep.
Yeah.
I think you'd need a 146, but if you pinned her.
That's actually a rail bed.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you don't want to go over the sides.
Yeah.
So you know what we've seen a lot of. You know what we've seen a lot of on the weekend, guys.
What's that?
Going through Collingwood area, all the leaf seekers or the tree huggers or the whatever you want, nature lovers.
Yeah.
They'd go to park there, and one was a Jeep, and it was like they went off the side of the road too far, and they had it buried. And somebody was pulling it out. Then we go up a little bit further. There's a tow truck yanking someone else out. I think we've seen 3 or 4 cars that were stuck.
We came across an Amazon vehicle on the trail, and he got a good like quarter kilometer down the trail, and then was just stuck. And we're like, "What are you doing?" Like, you see that often. And then on the Friday coming back, there was a Honda Civic about 50 meters from the trail too that was stuck, and their headlights flashing. And it's like, well, hopefully the groomer can get. But I guess they must have pulled it out because it was groomed the next day. But I don't understand people. Like the snowmobile trail.
Yeah.
Clear
You get that.
It
You get a lot.
too. It happens here. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, look at this beautiful country road.
Yeah, that's right. What are these red signs that say? Frame. What are all these legals from the OFSC?
Yeah. Too funny, man.
Yeah.
It looked like a road.
That's like when there's no common sense, right?
Yeah.
These guys were actually on the road. They just went too far into the ditch. Like, I don't know what they're expecting.
I hear you. But,
So big moose shootout. Do you have to bring your own guns, like your own handguns and stuff?
So that was probably the second to the last shootout that we did, drag races in 15. It's been a few years since we've done it.
It's been a while, Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Amazon,
we gotta get down there, Gary. Right?
Bobby O says Amazon needs sleds up there in Canada.
Yeah. That's about it.
I got a video coming up, my Collingwood video. If you watch it, I make a comment about Amazon drivers in Northern Ontario. I won't spill the beans here on live TV, but I'll leave it in for the enjoyment of the video when I do finally put it out.
That's hilarious.
So 2015. So what was the last year you did the races, the shootout?
I want to say it was 17 or 18.
Oh, wow. It's not too late to fire it up. Next year, make it.
Tony Cat, please bring it back, Mark.
Exactly. Tony Cat's he's setting it up right now. He's organizing.
He's organizing it. Yeah.
He's punching the keys with his phone right now and reaching out to everybody. Yeah, that's a great shot. Don't you miss those days?
Look at all the people, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Canuck Power Sports wants to know, Mark, do you need a tag for the moose shootout? LOL.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool. Love that.
That's nice seeing everyone lined up to watch it. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ride up on your sled and watch the drag races. That's cool. Yeah. Voice text.
Love those Arctic Cats.
Oh, Panteras. Yeah. Suckers.
So those are our sleds. Or the left one is my wife's, the 660.
Is that a Saber Cat?
And mine was the 550.
Are they both Panteras?
Okay. Pantera. No, one's a 660 turbo.
Nice.
Cool.
They're in good shape, man. They're in great shape.
That's an 05.
I like the emblem on the hood, Rich. Like, look at that. It looks like a Corvette logo or something.
Yeah.
Is that your trail permit there, Mark? Like that one there says 17 on it? Do you know you should get one that probably says 22 on it, 21 on it?
This was back when I had the 550. That one's been retired.
They're in good shape,
My
man.
wife's
Yeah, it does.
360. Yeah,
Well, that's
she
really
loves
good.
that sled.
The arms are good. No, you didn't tell me Brad Pitt was up there at all visiting you guys, did you?
Right on.
When I
Well,
talked
for you.
to when I talked to Mark earlier today, he didn't have his hat on. I said, "Where's your hat?" And he said, "I know," because most people don't recognize me without it on.
What other that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right on.
it's great.
Especially in the wintertime.
Was a
I
hat
get it
something you
questioned a
brought
lot.
with you from Florida, or is it something you
I've
just
had-
started wearing? Big Moose.
I've actually had the hat for almost 20 years. It's just here in the wintertime, it's a comfy hat. It's an all leather hat. I can wear it in the winter. I can't wear it in the summer. So I started wearing it. It just stuck.
No, is that the moose on your logo? Is that like
So a couple
likeness of
iterations
you?
of the,
Is that like you and like your hat
That's-
there? Like
that was
That's
that
awesome. He's
was
got a
the
monocle, doesn't he?
predecessor's- The immediate predecessor's idea, a cartoon moose, which we had to get rid of.
Oh,
But
really?
giving you a little iteration of it through the years, what it evolved to. I think I have a picture of the new sign in there as well.
Right on.
so what why'd you get rid of them? It wasn't scary. Was it scaring too many people? Or?
It looked too cartoonish for us, so
Oh yeah.
we kind of upgraded it.
Right on. You got a new logo coming in here, I guess. You probably said, right?
We'll get to it.
Cool.
I
That's
should
awesome.
I should bring the big red moose up to the Big Moose Inn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Realistic.
Bullwinkle. He'd like
Bring
it
it.
there. Bullwinkle had some fries from Montana's on the weekend. He loved them. Gave him 5 more horsepower.
Well, what are we looking at here? The thickness of the ice? 7 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, so we won't tell anybody to ride the lakes, but we do have people go out with chainsaws and cut sections out, just to give an idea of how much ice is out there, and give you a comfort level.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
good.
More than enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Look at the layers, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny how it's clear, right? And then it gets white.
Yeah.
Must be snow layers, right? The first is just
for sure. You
frozen
can
from
totally see. Yeah, that's cool.
air, and that's what you want, is that black ice layer on the bottom. It's strong. I love that.
Tracks. Nice.
That's good to
Nothing but
draw the lake.
Yeah, that's cool too. Look at the snow on the top of the trees there. The front, like that, it looks wild. Right on. Not enough for the Yamaha.
So we play on the lakes a lot.
Not enough. Oh, come on, Dick. We love them all here. That's neat.
You need at least 20 inches for that.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Still water. Nice.
I include a couple of pictures of some of the local establishments that are around here that you can get to.
Did
a
you
lot of
guys-
people who
that's
ride up here will recognize this. Stillwater's on a reservoir. They're actually it's 7 miles from there across to a little community that's only accessible by boat in the summertime and by snowmobile in the winter. And
Oh, I love
they actually
that.
put pine bows out so you can get to the community across the lake without getting lost.
Ever
Nice.
neat. Well, how big is that reservoir? It must be huge, is it?
Yeah, it's like I said,
Mhm.
from that establishment over to the community, it's about 7.5 miles.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Over-
that would be hard in the
over water.
snow, right? Yeah, Tony Cat says, Gary and Rich, we got you down here next year.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I'd love it. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
for sure.
From the border, so I guess it would be Buffalo. How far would you be from the Buffalo border, a drive, Mark?
Well, from Buffalo, probably about 5.5 hours.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you're
that-
going to go that way. See, I would go this way.
Yeah, you go
Used
the
to,
other
like
way.
Kingston. Yeah, Kingston area.
You go Kingston through?
Yeah.
So
it's
you-
quicker to go that way. Yeah.
And how far is it from Kingston?
It probably took me about when I went to Lake George, about 3.5 hours, 4 hours tops.
So you're 2 hours to Kingston. So you're 5.5 hours.
Yeah. No, that includes driving. That includes leaving my home.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
So
Lake George is about 2 hours from us, though.
yeah. Okay.
2.5.
Nice.
Nice.
We'll
Look at that. Beautiful
Yeah.
white ribbon.
Yeah, nice. It
There
looks
you
like
go, Buffalo to Old Forge, 4.5 hours, Gary.
yeah, perfect. See, not bad
Yeah,
at all.
Nice. Yep.
There you go. Set it up, Shag boys. We're on our way.
That's it.
Yeah.
Come visit. I'll show you guys around.
Oh, dude, you know what?
Well, as soon as the communist country opens up, we'll head back down.
We got to make we got to make a list. We'll be like the Beatles on tour next year, Rich.
That's it. Yeah. Too funny.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nobody's even been on that.
I
Trail
know.
10. This is Trail 10 at its best.
And someone said in here, I can't remember who it was, Trail 10 is the best, because that's the one they said that leads to your lodge. So, right?
Well, that's kind of biased, though. Right?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If Rich and can come, but not Gary.
Okay, well, let's see about that. Yeah. Shag Boys, I hope you book your room at the Muskoka Beer Spa.
That's it.
Get on the phone. What are you doing typing right now?
That's it, eh? On location. Yeah.
Look at that.
That's wild. Very nice.
It's wide too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Probably still get people tearing down the left side of that trail.
Right? Doesn't matter how far you come around, someone will be on your side and giving you the dirty look. Yeah. What are you doing on my trail?
we seen some neat signs that clubs made themselves out there about staying between the stakes, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see the different things up north there. So I really enjoyed riding those Collingwood trails. They were awesome.
Yeah, Port Perry's nice too, coming down from Scugog onto the thing there. And you go through some farmers' fields where there's winter wheat and there's signs, stay off the winter wheat. And you get the odd, you still see the odd track. It's like, why can't you read that?
Yeah, I know. Well, they do read it, but they don't listen.
Yeah.
Expedition Yeti and Iron Dog Team 93 Charles Campbell Faldorf have joined forces to raise money for children's cancer research. Yeah, we love Expedition Yeti.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, we raised like $5,538 for cancer research, and we gave him it was $2,800 Canadian, which was like whatever huge US bucks. So he was laughing, he was smiling.
That's good.
So
Pine Tree Inn.
There you go. There's some skinny moose antlers. I don't know. I don't know what you're feeding your moose down there, but that's not the big moose.
Oh, Gary, what'd you drop?
I dropped the moose. It's so sensitive.
Getting cold again, eh?
Is it? What's it?
It says it's going to be minus 10 tomorrow. 4 degrees colder than today.
Yeah, you gotta love it. We still need the cold. We need more.
It's good. It's good. Good.
I think we had about 4 inches in the air here fall, so I can't. It doesn't surprise me the trail's open.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Is this Old Forge? Is Old Forge a town or is it an area?
Old Forge is a town.
It's a town. So is this in Old Forge?
Yeah. This is actually in Racket Lake. It's just a little ways down. It's a nice ride out from Old Forge as well. So destination wise, right out to the tap room, which is what you see here in the background. Good food, good beverages, and then it leads to Racket Lake, which is one of the largest natural lakes in the Adirondacks, and that connects us to the Long Lake area.
Nice. There seems to be a common theme here.
Mm-hmm.
Ride to the hotel and eat. So we go down there, Rich. We're gonna gain we better fast for 2 months before we go down.
That's it.
Yeah. Put on the winter.
This is again the rail beds, and this is when the rail beds are great when the rails are covered with snow. There's been a movement to try and get the rails ripped up and make a multi-use trail out of it, but unfortunately, that hasn't happened in our area. They're keeping the rails in the Old Forge area. They actually tore them up north of us, all the way up to Lake Placid. So that section is going to be much easier to ride in lower snow conditions than ours. We need a lot of snow to ride on top of the rails.
Wow, that's hard to believe. There's actually metal rails under there.
Yeah, it's a functioning railroad in the summertime.
Oh, no way! Railroad. They let you guys ride on it? Wow.
Yeah, you get lots. Yep.
Wow.
The seasons change, Rich, when you're flying down there and you see a light coming at you.
That's it. Yeah. That's wild. Right on.
Looks good.
Make it a wider.
But
To
it
the
would
bar,
be great
baby.
if
To the bar.
They rip those rails up
Yeah.
from at least
See,
from
we would
Big Moose
do,
all the way up to Lake Placid. It would give us a lot more traffic down here.
Yeah. So what do they do with the train in the summer? Is it just a tourism thing?
Yeah, it's a scenic railroad.
Yeah,
it only
so-
runs modified schedule, so it
Okay. Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
run at all in the wintertime.
Yeah.
See, we wouldn't do more than 50 kilometers an hour on that stretch there.
No, not at all. No. I'd be kind of intimidated past 46.
Right? Yeah. 48.
25 miles an hour, 26 miles an hour. That'd be it. You know. But, is that you, Mark? Or is this one of
Yeah,
your
that's
fans?
me.
Yeah, right on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Have you
One
haven't
of
been
those
out yet this
beautiful
year though,
riding
Mark? Eh?
days.
No, you haven't been out yet. You're right. You said you don't have quite enough.
I
sun
put
just
on. No, I got about 200 miles on.
yet. Okay, right on.
Oh, that's good.
Not too bad.
Time to pack it in for the
We're
season.
going to go out
isn't it?
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on.
Nice. You gotta love that sign.
Yeah,
Tells people where to get to the Big Moose.
pipeline, Old Forge.
Yeah. And you see the Amazon van there to the right, Rich.
Yeah, that's it. Eh?
Mark and Susan are great hosts. They've been seasonal for 2 years now, and Mark's reports convince us to join in. Darren and Phyllis
There you
gives
go.
you a clapping
Hey,
hands.
Darren. Hey,
snow-
Phyllis.
Yeah,
There you
Thanks
go. We
for
got some
tuning
fans in the
in.
room here. That's good.
yeah. Clapping hands, snowflake, and a checkered flag. Oh yeah. Nice lake shot.
That is nice.
Yeah, it's Big Moose Lake.
That's the lodge back there, is it? Looks like it.
It is.
Do you get ice fishing out, Mark, on the lakes at all, or no?
Absolutely. Not
Yeah,
so much
I
on our
figured.
lake because it's like a private lake. There's no public access, but there are quite a few lakes up here. You'll see shanties all winter long.
Mhm.
AKA
Another big
targets.
pastime.
That's it. They're all over Skoogog, man. You got to be careful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There he is. Look at that stogie. Love it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Out shooting a little skeet on the lake.
Right on.
We have a lot of fun in the wintertime. It's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah. Well, that's good. A lot of people. That's good.
How cold does it generally get there? Is it a cold area or is it fairly climate? You didn't have very much like you didn't have like a big coat on there.
This is March. This is
That's March?
Late. Yeah.
Now,
That was
did you
probably
have
about-
did you have a gray haired beard when you bought the inn, or is that just something that's came in after?
No,
the
that
fact?
comes with time.
There. Look at that. There's a nice logo. It's nice and clean and professional looking.
So that's
Ooh,
the
got the mute
upgraded
on
one.
there.
Yeah. What's that, Rich?
I just sneezed twice. Think I got the mute
Oh.
on just in time.
Zoom tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Record
Right
was
on.
minus 50. It was minus 15 Fahrenheit last night. Matt P
52.
says, and Bruce Stewart says record was
Mi-
minus 52. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Minus 52 is a record here. One of the coldest recorded temperatures in North America. True temperatures, not wind chill.
Now, when
We
was
had
that, Mark? What year was
31
that?
below last week. That was in the 80s.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, there you go.
But
That's
last
a nice
week we
logo.
had 31 below. We had a couple of nights here at 20 below, so it does get cold.
So that's your new logo, Mark. I take it. That looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice.
Dominator says that's me
Yeah,
smoking a
I did that about-
stogie on the trail. There you go.
Nothing wrong with having a dart on the trail.
No, stogies are not a dart though. They're just a relaxing thing. Right.
There's another wicked shot.
Yeah, I
Look at
love
the
that.
sun coming through the silhouette of the sled. That's
So
cool.
these are pictures your fans
Yeah,
post on Facebook, right? Like, do you
I
do
took that
contests?
picture-
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I took that picture when we were out shooting skis on the lake, so it turned out really nice.
And now that sled's got holes in the gas tank.
Burned right through it.
That's right. That's not the sun, Rich. That's a fireball.
There you go. It's on fire. That's
Love it.
awesome.
Now, I was curious to know if you do contests for your viewers for cover photos or anything like that, if they send any cool shots like that.
At the end of the year, I ask all of the members to send in their best pictures, and then I'll put a video together to commemorate the year.
Well, that's cool.
Right on.
And how do we find you on social media? What's the handle?
So for the Facebook group, it's just simple snowmobile trail conditions, Big Moose, Old Forge, Inlet, Eagle Bay. So just the area. If you look up snowmobile trail conditions, Big Moose, you'll find me. It's the only group with 22,000 members on it. So
right on.
It's easy to
find.
Just
Big Moose Old Forge probably brings it up. That's how I think I got a hold of you as well.
Right on.
That's pretty neat. So
nice.
Yeah. Is this the missus, the other
partner?
The better half?
Yeah. Very good.
My better half.
Yeah. She gets to ride the turbo and you get to ride the fan.
I did until that one got retired. Then we bought another 660 turbo because we do ride with the kids, so we ride two up. And she liked the sled so much, and lost that one last year. Chain case went, so that one's actually my wife's part sled now.
Oh no!
Right on.
Well, now is that seat heated as well, like the handlebars and stuff on that back seat, the grips?
Yes, it is. The grips are
cool.
Nice. Very nice.
That's a great shot.
And there's the first sled that I rode ever on a regular basis on the left. That's the Venture Light. That needs 20 inches of ice.
You could feel the weight of that, could you?
Oh yeah.
There's
another Pete's Peak.
Nice.
So we rolled into the Big Moose Inn back in 2010, got into our first winter, and like I said, we didn't know anything about snowmobiling. I had a couple of guys from Jersey up, and they said, "You've never been out on the sled?" I said, "No." "Well, what? Let's go out. Take my sled out there." I'm like, "Okay, well." Had no gear, no nothing. Had a pair of Carhartts,
jeans and rubber boots.
put me on the sled. And say, "Here," pointed me down the drag strip at 11:30 at night, and said, "Here, just squeeze." And about 100 miles an hour, and turned back around. I got to get me one of these.
Yeah. There you go.
They're a lot of fun.
Got bit by the bug.
You got to make sure you show people where the brake is on them, though. That's the key. I learned that the hard way.
I just let it run out.
But
we had a good time, and
it's nice to see. Yeah, it's nice to see the you have so many scenic views and things like that on your system, right?
Yeah,
we do.
Oh, we got something from Mike there.
Yeah,
it's great riding. The scenery is beautiful up here.
Right on.
Yeah, it is. It is nice. That's really nice. Yeah.
Mike Goolies, he gives us a mountain madman. Sounds like Mike on his 850. It does. He says that $20 is for Mark's cool hat. I don't think it's for sale, and it's definitely not $20. I'll tell you that. Thanks, Mike. That's awesome, Ghoulies.
So you grew up in the South, Mike, and then came up and got the snowmobile bug then, eh?
I'm an Army brat, so I lived all over. I actually grew up in Europe. I spent 12 years over there, so I know the difference between seasons. But I did spend quite a bit of time in the South. But coming up here was, we wanted to come back to the seasons, and finding out that snowmobiling was something you could do in the wintertime was just a bonus.
Right on. Nice.
And my wife loves it. My kids have been riding since they could hold their heads up with a helmet on.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's cool. They're all about to get their own sleds. We're about 2 years away from having 5 sleds in the family.
Well, that'll be great.
That's awesome. No, I was going to say, Rich, when you said about rubber boots, I was thinking he's from Florida, so he probably had like flip flops on or something.
Yeah, that's it, eh? Yeah.
Crocs.
Yeah. Straw hat.
Crocs. Plug the holes in the Crocs so my feet wouldn't freeze.
Yeah, that's duct tape them up. Yeah, that's
awesome. That's hilarious.
Do you still
Yeah.
keep in touch with people like that from Florida? Do they ever come up in the wintertime and see you, or are they fair weather folks still?
Oh, we've had a few come up. I've had some friends that from Brazil that came up during New Year's, and they got the bug on the snowmobile. They'd love to come up every winter if they could.
Nice.
There's something you think about renting them, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
Get
why
a
there
couple-
are places here that rent slides. So it's always an option.
Yeah, get a cheap 580 fan or something and let her have it. You know?
That's my riding crew right there. That's
Nice.
our 3 girls and my wife.
Right on.
That's great. No rest, right?
Yeah.
And now you said they're
Nope.
getting older, so you got to start watching. They're, you know,
Ooh,
I know. Look at that.
that's expensive lesson.
Yeah, that's Mark's truck.
So
That's after he
is.
went to the.
That's
to
your
the
truck?
No,
Oh,
that
Is
is my
it your-
truck.
is it really?
Yep. There are T-shirts at the bar next door that have that on it that says no one likes an ice hole.
Nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what happened there? You gonna
So-
tell the story there on that,
Funny
Mark, or
story
you want
about
to move
that.
on?
That's where we were plowing the lake for drags, and
Okay.
I wasn't driving it. A buddy of mine was driving it, and he got too close to one of the snow banks where we were pushing snow and lifted the plow. One of the front tires went through the ice and it got hung up in there. It was too far out from shore to hook it up to anything and try and drag it back. So in the end, it hung in the ice for 3 days before it went under,
Oh, geez.
and they had to put divers in, attach airbags, and drag it under the ice until it got to shore and cut it out. So
Was that
that's how I lost
expensive?
my. Oh yeah, it was expensive. That's how I lost my plow truck, and it
Damn.
was part of the beginning of the end of plowing drag strips for the lake, because after that loss, it was all on me. The loss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It was
tough,
a funny
man.
story
That's a
for
tough one.
everybody.
Yeah, I
funny
bet.
story.
Right?
That's my scuba dodge.
Scuba
Scuba
dodge.
Yeah.
There's another shot of it. Holy,
Oh man.
that's insane. Oh, there's another shot too. Look at that is
But you
buried.
start seeing it sinking, right? Oh, wow.
So does it, like they had to drag it out? Is that something environmental? Like did the ministry or whatever you have down there get involved in it to make you drag it out, or is it?
So the DEC, which is the Department of Environmental Conservation, has the regulations on this, and I called them as soon as the truck got hung up in the ice, told them what was going on, and because it's a closed system and it wasn't running when it went through, and because I had a plan to get it out, they just said, well, when it gets recovered, we'll send somebody out there and make sure there's no slick, and if there isn't, well, all right. Thanks for getting it out.
That's good. And there wasn't any slick, obviously.
Nope.
It's
Just,
GMC, man. They
Just
don't
a
leak
truck
oil.
that was totaled.
Yeah, that's too bad. There you go. I was wondering when you sent me that picture, because obviously we just got the story now. I thought it was one of those things where they put the ice on the truck out on the ice and you put money down and you have bets like a bingo on what date it's going to sink through. Right? But not
That'd
the
be
case at
expensive betting.
all. Yeah. Tony Cat says you can
No,
use
that
his Tony Cat says you can use his truck to plow the lakes when he brings back the racing.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't it must be invisible typing he's doing, but that's the word on the street anyway. That I'm hearing.
Well, I've heard they're probably going to go out and try and plow drag strips this week, so we'll see what happens.
Wow, that's great.
We usually
And-
put one out there. Somebody here puts drag strips out there just so people can come out and have fun. But
That's saying Mark
organized
Bow and I,
racing.
like that's my problem is we weren't on a proper strip. It wasn't it wasn't a
Sanctioned
properly
event.
sanctioned event that Roscoe was holding back. So this trail looks amazing, Mark.
as part of the trail system, I believe that's trail 2, I think.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I take pictures anytime we go out. That's how I do my reports. Let people know these are some of the better pictures. I've included some of the bad pictures too.
Yeah. Right on.
There's the puppy.
And this all looks enticing and great.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's great.
There's Notch. That's up
There
on
you
Pete's
go.
Peak. That's the piston
Oh,
bully
yeah.
up on Pete's Peak with the
It's a good
drag.
drag too. Wow.
It's too bad it wasn't a Bluebird day. It's like we don't realize that's where it is, but that's
Yeah.
cool.
That is nice.
Yeah. Nice
Very
groomer you got there. That's awesome.
I know, eh? It's nice. Beautiful drag too.
Yeah, Brewster says more oil goes in the water from my boat. It's true
truck,
than
it's
that
true.
truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. He's obviously seen my boat. Yeah. I put gas in it one year with one of those nozzles with the vents in them, the new style nozzles. And I was pouring gas in, and all of a sudden there was no pressure in the can. Like there was nothing coming, like it was guzzling like crazy out. And all of a sudden it stopped flowing very well. So I pulled it back a bit and it shot out like a geyser. Like it was like I struck oil. Have you ever seen a tablespoon of gas in the lake?
Oh yeah.
It'll cover half a lake.
Yeah.
Well, this was a few tablespoons.
Your neighbors must have been happy with you. Should have just threw a match on it, Gary, and drove away.
I just did donuts out in front of the dock for a while. Disperse it.
Oh man.
The opinions reflected in this station are not those of the participants. Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway, I need more super chats like Mike Gooley is there to get me a new boat. Actually, mine's good. It doesn't leak that much oil.
Yeah.
Not much. Look at that. A little bit of snort there too. That's getting thin on the left, but the trees are nice.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the season, one of our first big snowfalls.
That's
you gotta like
So
those
very
ones when they
little
stick to
pace,
the trees
But
like
there
that,
was
eh?
snow everywhere. Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Doesn't stay for long.
No,
No, the
that's
next
the
day it's
sad
all
part.
gone.
Yeah.
It's all brown and wet.
That's
That's
I
it.
say, can we get 2 days of winter in a row here where we are in Southern Ontario?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go riding on Wednesday. And then it's like tomorrow it'll rain. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that. Pete's Peak again. It's cool.
Yeah, you know that view.
Yeah.
Photographed
That's the one I use for the thumbnail. I love this shot. Makes me want
That
to
is
drive
nice.
down that trail.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
This is great.
Oh,
I love the
wicked.
kitty cats.
Yeah. Classic
So
little
that's
sled.
our first sled.
You got a date.
That's my
Yeah.
oldest daughter.
I was going to
That's
say it was.
awesome.
I thought it was a guy driving, and I was going to say you got a date already on the kitty cat.
That's awesome.
Arctic cat riders, right?
That's my oldest girl. She turns 13 this year. Next month, actually. No, in April. So this was.
You still have that sled, Mark?
We actually so this was lended to us. So we borrowed it from a good friend who actually his daughter is the one sitting behind my daughter.
Okay.
He gave it to us so our kids could use it, and they've all grown out of it now. This year we gave it back to him, and friends of his have kids that are just old enough to start riding it, so it got passed back down to somebody else so they can learn how to ride.
That's
Right on.
awesome.
That is cool. Right on.
So
Start
she
'em
fell in
young.
love with it, and she's been riding.
Yeah.
She got a 200 last year. That's trail that you can ride on the trail. And
Nice.
she's been doing
Yeah.
that for 2 years now, and she's about to graduate from that up to the 400 blast, the Arctic Cat.
Nice.
Sweet. That's a great machine too.
That's the one I'm currently riding because we're in between sleds, and I figured she's going to inherit that, and then I'll probably have to buy another 400 for the next one coming up, who just turned 10 and did her safety course, so she can get out riding.
What do you
My
think?
9-year-old.
What do you think of that 400, Mark?
It's fun.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's
Now
what I
it
heard.
tops out at Tops out at about 60. And I don't need to go any faster than that on the trails, especially with the kids following behind. So right
Yep,
now, I'm just
right
going to
on.
have fun with it. And about
They're
3,
great
4
sleds.
years from now, when they all have 400s, I might graduate in something bigger. But for the time
Yeah,
being,
right
it's
on.
a lot of fun.
That's cool.
And I got the XT, the 146 track.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yep, right on.
Good hangout down there.
Oh yeah, looks like
Yeah,
a
so
good place to hang out
that's
and have
another one
fun.
of the race days. Yeah, on the
Yep,
lake, waiting for the drags.
nice.
Kind of puts you on the map, doesn't it?
For sure.
Yeah, we're definitely a great destination ride for a lot of your casual snowmobilers. They'll either come to us for lunch or for dinner and make it a stop and then head home. So we're that perfect distance from some of the smaller hamlets around us to make it out to
Mhm.
the end or to the lake, play around in
Yeah,
the trail system, and then go back to wherever they were staying.
right on. Now, during normal times, Mark, how many people can you sit in your bar or restaurant, like capacity wise?
On the in the winter, on a
Mhm.
busy Friday, we put 3 to 500 people through here, no problem.
That's awesome. Good for you. That's great. Yeah,
It looks like a great bar in the pictures.
it does, man. The building looks great. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
Looks
looks
like a
like
good place to have a good time for sure, and
good
good food.
good atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. We love it. We fell in love with it. That's why we bought it.
yeah. Right
This
on.
is the replacement for the drags. We started doing a vintage show on the ice and made it more like a carnival atmosphere where we got hot dogs and hamburgers and grills out there, and sold beer and wine and
That's cool. I
Look at
love
that.
that. Look,
And a
look at the
land,
refreshments.
look at the
GPX and an
SRX.
SRX. Yeah. And a
Yes, I was just saying
GPX
that.
there.
That's where they grabbed the color from the SRX for this year. That red and white and the gold.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too, eh?
Right on.
Just going to send it. You got the Larry and Tyser decal on there. Nice.
Love it.
A little bit of Canadian heritage on that one.
Yeah.
Those are good.
That's
That
awesome.
land's awesome, too.
Yeah. And the Pantera, man. That's old school.
How many vintage sleds do you get out in a show?
So you keep dropping things.
No, because you wouldn't believe how I got this precariously set up.
He's balancing shit on his
Oh,
knees and stuff.
I'm like the Harlem Globetrotter with my mouse. Seriously.
So last time we did this, because last year we didn't get to do it due to COVID, but the last time we did, I believe we had 76 entries.
Holy, that's great.
That is cool.
Yeah. Hey, Tony Cat says I need another one.
There's-
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
So that same year, we had 13 planes come down and land
What?
I love that.
to join the festivities.
That's wild.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah,
if we're not
probably
doing
not.
drag races, this is what we were doing. We're doing vintage shows on the lake.
Cool.
That's cool. Actually, vintage shows are better because it's you know what? You don't have to worry about the insurance, and
Yeah.
you know what? Everybody loves to see the old iron, and you got to keep that alive too, right?
That's cool.
And everybody has a blast. It's good to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, that's neat. Oh, here's
Ryan was asking, sorry, and he did miss it at the thing. I may have missed it, but what's a trail pass worth to come down and ride the trails for 3 days?
So there's a weekly pass, and I believe the weekly pass is, and don't hold me to this because I never look it up because we don't ride weekly, but I think it's somewhere around $45 or $55. And then
Okay.
if you like it, you can upgrade that to an annual pass.
Okay. And what's the
seasonal.
annual pass total?
$100.
Mark?
It's 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 100.
Okay. Right
I was going to say it can't be much for 3 days when 100. It's only 100 for a whole season, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is good.
See the players Colt there in the front there.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Love that. Look at all that
Yeah,
stuff.
they had some
there.
great
Wicked
sleds
sleds.
out there.
Yeah. Look at them all. Interesting.
Snowmobile raffle.
Right on.
Yeah, we do a lot to raise funds for our volunteer first responders. all of our emergency services here are volunteers. So we do our best to get the raffles out and collect money and get donations for them, so they can continue doing what they're doing, because they have an important job for us.
Yeah, Ryan says it's worth $100 just so it goes back into the trail system.
Yeah,
good point, buddy. Yeah. So that's what the fire department uses there for search and rescue.
That's one of their that's one of the vehicles. Yeah.
That's a great shot of Old Forge. Love the covered bridge. Is that covered bridge still standing?
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right in town.
Nice town sign too, eh?
It is. It's great.
Like a false shot. That's cool. Really nice.
How far is that away from the Big Moose Inn?
It's about, by road, it's about 13 miles. So we can get into town from here on a really good day in less than 45 minutes through the trails.
What's the population of Old Forge, Mark?
Right around 2,000.
Really, eh? That's wild.
That's pretty big.
Yeah,
actually, for a little
2,000. Yeah. That's nice. Nice little area.
A town of web area. I mean, it's a nice little hamlet. You know, we have in the area, but it balloons to 25,000 in the summertime with all the tourists and everything else. So we get
right on. That's cool.
So that's all the pictures we have from Big Moose Inn and Old Forge. Again, let people know how they get a hold of you or how they find you on social media.
So if you want to follow my trail conditions page, it's Snowmobile Trail Conditions, Big Moose, Eagle Bay, Inlet, Old Forge. If you Google that, or if you put that in the search in Facebook, you'll come up with it. Again, you'll see my mug on it with the signature hat and a stogie in my mouth. But yes, so I have one moderator. We vet everybody who gets on that page. So with 22,000 people on there, we do make sure that they're all at least can answer simple questions about the area, or so they can be part of the group. That way we keep some of the riffraff out. There are a lot of Facebook groups out there that do trail conditions, that like to have that banter back and forth. We try to keep it as clean as possible, as honest as possible. I get knocked for that sometimes, but hey, it's the way I do it, and people seem to gravitate towards. So I'll continue doing it.
Yeah, right on.
Part of my love for the sport. You know, we're trying to grow it into a larger audience for all of the Adirondacks. And right now, I focus on our area because that's what I know. But we're trying to try and grow that a little bit. But with the pandemic, a lot of things have got put on hold. But you might be seeing some new stuff coming from us. Trying to build a brand for the Adirondacks.
Right on. Is there anything else you can let us know of coming once things straighten out? Maybe next season or thereafter?
It's all up in the air right now. Everything changes from day to day. So we just go with the flow. Snowmobiling is not hard. As long as the trails are open, people will come, they'll ride. We have a good time. We'll get back to doing events and gatherings as soon as they stop putting, exorbitant regulations and rules on us. So we can have a little more fun than always having to watch our backs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
right on.
That's good. Some great photos, and you got a beautiful place there, Mark, for sure. That's awesome.
Thank you. I mean, it's a great destination. It's very family friendly, and that's why we'd like to keep it. We emphasize safe riding and making sure that we're respectful. My kids ride the trails, and I wouldn't put them on the trails if I didn't think it was a great place to put to have them learn and enjoy it.
Yeah, right on.
Very cool.
That's good.
Very cool. If anyone have any questions, just post up in the chat. Do you have anything else?
Please.
For sure.
I'd love to answer any questions that anybody has.
Yeah, we'll give them a few minutes to think. Maybe they're all asleep. Maybe they're just having a nap.
Yeah, there's some good questions going on.
Corey says that was a 76 Pantera 5000. Nice.
Yep, that's good.
Brewster says you can drive right through that bridge. Can you on the sleds?
Yes, with the sleds.
Cool.
Yes, not by vehicle.
That'd be wild. That would
Now, is that a reproduction covered bridge, or is that original, like back from the 1800s or 1900s?
It's not that old, but it is a solid covered bridge. The outlet of the lake is there. There's a little dam there that holds for control the water level in the chain of lakes. So right under it, you can see the water flowing out from the chain of lakes.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything else coming in. Brewster says, thanks for your time, Mark. And we do thank you for your time too. We'll call it a night. Having me. We'd let you off the hook. No, that was fun. Yeah. It was great. Learned a lot about the area and everything like that. Julian Mayer says hi.
That's my little one. Hi,
that's awesome.
That's awesome. That's good.
Why are you?
They're Jillian, sorry. Yeah, Jillian. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
She finally got on. I guess she's been following the entire time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. If Snowstorm said if a new Polaris ever comes in, he'll head up and see Mark.
Right on.
There you go. Thanks for the pictures and stories, Mark. And
biggest issue right now is, and I've seen you talk about the supply issue and getting sleds delivered. And a lot of people are being told, they're not going to see their sleds, especially the Yamahas, until March. And if they snow checked them and sold their old sled, they're having a hard time finding anything here. I mean, even the dealers here don't have used sleds for sale.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you get your new Polaris, and we'll see you out here.
Yep. No, for sure.
He's got his.
Oh, I got mine. Yeah, I picked it up last Wednesday. Yeah.
Looking for the cat.
So who was it out there that said that?
Odie the sled and car guy.
Odie, yeah. He's waiting for his.
Odie's waiting patiently for his. Yeah. So no, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to roll the credits now, but thank you everybody for watching and sticking around through this whole show. And hopefully you guys learned a lot. We've had 2 great weeks of Michigan snowmobiling. So that's pretty, or New York, I guess it is, snowmobiling. So that's great.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks, Rich. Nice to meet you guys.
You're welcome, Mark. Yeah.
Thanks again.
Hopefully we do this again sometime in the future.
Yep, for sure.
Anytime, you're welcome back, bud. You know that. So here, I'll just roll the credits. If you want to stick around, we can chat. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
It's a journey.